Hey everyone, I was recently asked, how do you shop online safely? I'll share with you what we do and share also that our system is not 100% foolproof and what we're doing about our little hiccup this week. So, first and foremost, when it comes to shopping online, I am a huge fan of third party merchants like PayPal and Apple Pay and Google Pay. Whatever you have available to you, use them because they are awesome. They're helping to actually protect your information. They're not giving the merchant your credit card or debit card information. They're sending them a one time token to make sure that the money gets delivered to them. And your information is not stored in their system, at least your financial information is not stored in their system. And we use that everywhere we can. Now, I recognize not all merchants and online retailers use those systems. So when you go to checkout, you have to hand jam in your debit card or credit card. And when we are faced with that, we always choose to use our credit card over our debit card because there's an extra layer of protection with the credit card. And here's what I mean. Our credit union has confirmed for us that if our debit card is compromised, it can take up to 10 days for us to get our money back. 10 days. So if there's a really large fraudulent charge, that money is gone and they could wipe out our account. And that's not a risk we're willing to take. So we use the credit card. Now, we have had a credit card for years and we have been very intentional about making sure that we don't put any charges on that credit card unless we have the money in the bank right there to pay that payment. And that's how we've always operated. We don't carry a balance. So for those merchants that don't take PayPal or Apple Pay, because those are the two that I use the most, yeah, I use my credit card. And unfortunately, my husband's credit card was compromised this week. And now it has been years since we have had any fraudulent charges or anything like that. So I guess it was just our time. And thankfully, we received a notification both from the merchant and from the credit card company within hours of each other. They both said, we're noticing some unusual activity. Is this really you making this purchase? And in those emails, there's a button you can click, I recognize it or I don't recognize it. Well, we didn't click on any of those buttons. We logged into the websites that we have saved in our browser. And sure enough, on the credit card website, it was right there on the home page. There was a notification from the merchant when we logged in, and we were able to communicate with both. This is not us. These are not legit charges. So they removed the purchases, the charges were removed from our account, and our money is safe. There's no money loss. But now we're waiting for the new credit card to arrive. And when that arrives, we're going to have to make some updates. We're already starting to get notifications of, hey, your subscription is due and the information's not working. You need to update your credit card number. And we will. And it's going to be really easy for us to do that because in our Living Legacy Safe, we have a list of all of our payments of and how we pay for them. So there's a little list of what is my husband's credit card number tied to? What subscriptions? And it'll be really easy for us to get that updated. So this is a little bit of a hiccup, but I really appreciate in our digital age that we have these third party systems to help protect our information. And just, I also appreciate all of the monitoring that these companies are doing to monitor fraudulent charges because it is big business, unfortunately. So, of course, we do our own monitoring too. We are logging into our accounts on a weekly basis, no less than weekly, to make sure that all the activity happening there is legit and we recognize the activity. So yeah, that's how we shop online. We shop online with our credit card when we don't have those third-party systems available to us. And when we do have those third-party systems, then we can use either our debit or credit card with peace of mind. So, how do you shop online? What is your system? And what are you comfortable with? What level of risk are you willing to take or not willing to take? Because there are differences between the debit card and credit card when it comes to shopping online. Love to know what you think in the comments below.